Hey guys, Brewery 602 Beer Reviews here, at Brewery 602 on Instagram. My name is Marcus, and today I have a beer out of Chapman Crafted Beer located in Orange, California. This is Früt. So Früt is a Brut IPA coming in at 7.4% ABV. Now it does have the hops listed on the back. It's Citra, Amarillo, Mosaic, and Idaho 7. IBUs at 20. So interesting, right? So you have an IPA with IBUs only at 20, meaning that pretty much all of their hops were going to be added in the cold side, which would mean they were probably dry hopped. So not very much hops going into the hot side or the boil, probably none in the boil, maybe some in like Whirlpool to still pull, convert those alpha acids and get you some bitterness. Other than that, everything else is going to be dry hopped. So it's probably, extremely dry hopped. Now I did pick this beer up at Craft Beer Kings in California. It is actually maybe 5 to 10 minutes from the brewery. But when I was there at the time, the brewery was closed, so I couldn't make it to the brewery, but I did pick up, some beers from Craft Beer Kings. And if you're ever in the Anaheim, Orange area, go check out Craft Beer King's. Really great spot. Anyways, this beer is actually 4 months old, so I wasn't paying attention to dates when I was buying over there. So it's dated 4/3/19. We're just started in August right now, and so it's 4 months old. This is putting it at that threshold. After 4 months, most IPAs, if not all IPAs, just start to drop, especially your hazy IPAs. Those just start falling off the table completely. So anyway, let's crack it open. Let's see how it goes. And if you don't know, a Brut IPA is an IPA that the gravity or is taken down to zero. So gravity, however you want to do it, Plato, is taken to zero, which means there's no residual sugars left. Meaning it's going to be very dry, very wine-like, sometimes brut, or champagne-like. Anyways, the beer comes in a clear, super, super nice, very light yellow color. I do have an extremely dirty glass, which, actually not too bad. But anyways, so it's semi-clear. It's unfiltered, we'll call it. So it's unfiltered because I can still see my hand through it. Unfiltered gold. That is a gold color, and it's a very rocky off-white head. It's not compact at all, and normally with these Bruts, you usually get a lot of carbonation in them, like a ton of carbonation. I actually poured hard, and it's still very, very undercarbonated. I would just say for the style. Anyways, let's get a dry-by aroma. Oh, that's dank. That's like a peach dankness to it, a fruit dankness. Yeah, there's a peachy mango. It's definitely stone fruit esque tropical fruit, but it's also got a dankness to it. Let me get a deeper aroma on it. There's a good malt backbone to it. You can actually smell like a little bit of biscuit malt in the background, and that peach dankness is just absurd. It's huge. Yeah, the malts play really nicely in this, because normally with like a super hazy IPA, you don't even get any malt. You just get all hops. This actually, you do pick up a really nice, like a biscuity malt that's balanced by that peach and mango dankness, which is really, really nice. Let me get a taste on it. Cheers. That's pretty good. And it is dry. It is overly dry. This thing it's dry to the point where there's even like a slight astringency in there. Completely dried out my palate. Just even the sides of my palate are dried out. So this thing's probably, I mean, sometimes you could take a beer below 0, and it's possible that they did that with this beer. I have no idea, but extremely dry. Now, there's a lot of fruit to this too, so you still do get that peach and the mango vibe, but the problem is you're fighting through it because of how aggressively dry it is. You do pick up the malt character, 7.4% ABV, you could taste it. So you do pick up the alcohol in this. It's almost as if they were trying to brew an IPA and then they're like, oh crap, you know, the yeast took it down to 0 and it didn't play right or something to that effect. I don't know. But there's an earthiness to it too. So you got a little bit of earthiness, completely bone dry. Probably the driest Brut IPA I've ever had. Typically when they're this dry, there's like a ton more hops, so it's like in your face like a hop bomb. This one isn't, and this one isn't very champagne-like either. A lot of times you get like Hallertau or some to that effect, a white grape. There's no white grape. There's all stone fruit in this, so completely very, very different beer. 7.4%. You do taste alcohol for sure. I don't think it's hard to hide. It's hard to hide the alcohol in this style of beer. Usually Bruts are coming in the, you know, maybe 6%, 6 to 7, going over 7. It's a pretty big beer. Still a really good beer. Chapman crafted out of Orange, California. I'm going to grade this beer. Let's see. I'm kind of on the fence here. I'm like, I go 88. I go 88 on it. Good B plus. Again, I think just a tad of residual sweetness, just a tad. Even just like get it to 0. I think they're like below 0 on this as far as the gravity is concerned. And then that earthiness is driving through really hard, and the alcohol too. So those are the faults I find in the beer. I don't know if you ever tried the beer. Give me a shout out, or Chapman, if you guys are watching this, let me know how this beer went. Again, my name is Marcus, Brewery 602 Beer Reviews, at Brewery 602 on Instagram. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Cheers.